Welcome to another session of Wireless Communication Networks, Unit 2, Mobile Radio Propagation. Mobile Radio Propagation and large scale path loss. Large scale path loss. Here in this unit, we discuss about the topics on mobile radio propagation and how to calculate large scale path loss. How to calculate large scale path loss. Here in this unit, we discuss about the topics on introduction to radio wave propagation, free space propagation model, relating power to electric field, three basic propagation mechanisms, that is reflection, diffraction, and scattering. And we have to calculate a ground reflection model or two-ray model, and practical link budget design using path loss models, outdoor propagation model, indoor propagation model, signal penetration into buildings, especially this is under urban areas, and ray tracing and site specific modeling. Here, these are some of the topics which we are discussed in Unit 2 under mobile radio propagation, large scale path loss. Here, what is meant by mobile radio propagation first? Here, what is meant by propagation first? The propagation is nothing but transmission of a signal from one point to another point. That is transmission. Here, mobile radio propagation nothing but in the transmission of a signal between base station to mobile station. Base station to mobile station. Here in this mobile data propagation, suppose a good line of sight path is coming in between transmitter to receiver, nothing but base station to mobile station. There is no problem, there is no losses we are getting. But whenever in between transmitter to receiver, nothing but from base station to mobile station, having unobstructed line of sight path, nothing but the obstacles present between the transmitter to receiver, that is buildings, mountains, and foliage. Here the foliage losses nothing but the losses due to trees. Losses due to trees. Here whenever obstacle is present, we are getting the problems related to reflection, diffraction, scattering. This is the propagation mechanisms occurs. We are getting whenever in between transmitter receiver, buildings, mountains, foliage losses we are getting. Here not only this obstacle, it depends upon the mobile moving speed. Suppose we are moving from one place to another place at the time of calling. Nothing but number of handoffs can be takes place. Suppose if I am calling initiated now, there is no problem in the line of sight path. Suppose I'm moving, then automatically suddenly mountains are coming, or foliage losses, that is trees, or mountains, buildings are coming. Automatically we are getting some signal problems. That is, we have to calculate the losses due to buildings, mountains, foliage losses calculation, and it depends upon the mobile terminal movement speed. We have to discuss in this unit. First of all, we are going for introduction to radio wave propagation. Introduction to radio wave propagation. Here, the mechanism behind electromagnetic wave propagation is diverse. Nothing but whenever the signal is in any signal, it is electromagnetic in nature. We are getting reflection, diffraction, scattering. Whenever obstacles is present between transmitter to receiver, especially we are getting these three problems occur in urban areas. Why? Because high-rise buildings are present. High-rise buildings are present. There is no direct line of sight path between transmitter to receiver. Here, due to high-rise buildings causes, we are getting diffraction losses. We discuss about how to calculate these diffraction losses in later classes. Due to multiple reflections between transmitter and receiver, automatically we are getting losses due to multiple reflections. That is, we are getting multi-path fading. Here, what is meant by fading? Fading is nothing but changing the characteristics of a signal. Nothing but what is the characteristics of a signal? Amplitude, frequency, phase, time. Whenever the characteristics are changed, nothing but we are getting fading, fading nothing but losses. Right. Here, now we discuss about propagation model. Here, what is a propagation model? Here, propagation model is nothing but for a given distance between transmitter to receiver, for a given distance from transmitter to receiver, we have to calculate mean received signal strength. Mean received signal strength. What is my mean received signal strength? Average received signal strength calculation, nothing but propagation model. There are two types of propagation models. First one is large scale propagation model. The second one is small scale propagation model or fading models. Here, first one is large scale propagation model. Here in large scale propagation model is nothing but the separation distance between the transmitter to receiver in terms of several hundreds or thousands of meters. Several hundreds or thousands of meters is the separation distance between transmitter to receiver. At that time, we have to calculate how much signal strength received by the receiver, nothing but mobile unit. Is there any getting any losses? We are calculating large scale path losses. On other hand, propagation model that characterize the rapid fluctuations of the received signal strength over very short distance in terms of meters only with few lengths or short time duration is called a small scale. For short distance, we are calculating small scale or fading models. For in terms of several hundreds to 1,000 meters, we are calculating large scale propagation models. These are the two propagation models which were used to calculate losses in mobile radio propagation. Suppose a mobile moves over very small distance, suppose in terms of meters. Now we have to calculate what is the received signal strength. The received signal strength, we have to calculate, suppose is there any fluctuations in the signal strength? Nothing but it is equal to small scale fading. Why? Because for small distances also, we are getting the signal from many directions. Suppose we are going for urban areas. Suppose we are inside the home. We are getting very less signal strength. We are move out from your home. Nothing but automatically the signal strength increases. Suppose we are taking the example. We have to calculate an example the received power for computed by the averaging signal measurements over measurements from 5 lambda to 40 lambda. 5 lambda to 40 lambda. Suppose we are taking the example of cellular and PCS frequencies. It is operated in between 1 GHz to 2 GHz band. And we have to calculate local average received power over movements of 1 meter to 10 meters for small scale fading. Nothing but for small scale fading, calculation over a short distance, over a small wavelength, over a small time duration. Nothing but we have to calculate small scale fading in between 5 lambda to 40 lambda wavelengths with the frequencies of 1 GHz to 2 GHz, and the distance between transmitter and receiver is 1 meter to 10 meters. This is about introduction to radio propagation. Now we are going for free space propagation model. Free space propagation model. Here, what is a free space propagation model? Here, the free space propagation model is nothing but we have to calculate the signal strength at the receiver. Whenever the signal is transmitting from transmitter to receiver is clear. That is, a good line of sight path is between transmitter to receiver. There is no obstacle is present between to transmitter to receiver. The example of this free space propagation is nothing but satellite communication and microwave line of sight links. Is that two examples for the free space propagation model. Right. Here to explain this free space propagation model by the Friis free space equation. Friis, F-R-I-I-S, Friis free space equation. Right. Before going to the equations of the free space propagation model, let's move to the first one. Is I'm explaining based upon the figure. See this one. This is the at a base station antenna. This is a coverage radius. This is at the base station. This is the mobile station. Here in this base station having 3 transmitters. See this one, 3 transmitters and 2 receivers. 2 receivers. Here the separation distance between the transmitter to receiver is capital L. The separation distance between two transmitter to receiver is capital L at the top of the cell phone tower. And here this is a free space model. Nothing but there is no obstacle is present between the transmitter to receiver. And the distance between the transmitter to receiver is small d. Small d. Here whenever we have to transmit power from base station to mobile station, the transmitting power is PT. The received power of the mobile station is PR. The gain of the transmitting antenna is GT. The gain of the receiving antenna is GR. Here, based upon this PT, GT, PR, GR, LD, we are going for free space equation. Right. Let's move to the free space equation. See this one, the free space equation. The received power PR with a distance of D, which is equal to PT, GT, GR lambda square by 4 pi square D square L. Here from this equation number 1, PR is nothing but received power with a distance separation distance of D. PT is transmitted power. GT is nothing but transmitter antenna gain. GR is the receiver antenna gain. And lambda is the wavelength in terms of meters. D is the separation distance between transmitter and receiver. Capital L is the system loss factor not related to propagation. This is about free space equation. We know that the relation between gain of the antenna and effective aperture. Here, what is meant aperture? Aperture is nothing but opening mouth of an antenna. Opening mouth of an antenna is nothing but aperture. Here, the gain which is equal to 4 pi AE by lambda square. 4 pi AE by lambda square. Here, from this equation, we know that lambda, nothing but wavelength, which is equal to C by F, we know, which is equal to 2 pi C by omega C. What do you mean F here? Carrier frequency in terms of hertz. Omega C is the carrier frequency in terms of radians per second. What is meant C here? Speed of light in terms of meters per second. Here in this equation number 1, yeah, L equal to, it depends upon the losses. Whenever L equal to 1, nothing but there is no losses. Indicate there is no losses. From this equation 1, 2, 3, is nothing which is equal to, which is nothing but free space equation. Here nothing but from this above equation even the received power falls off whenever the separation increases. Right. Suppose we have to assume that radiator, that is antenna, is an isotropic radiator. Here, what is my isotropic radiator antenna? Nothing but which radiates power with unit gain uniformly in all directions. The best example of this isotropic antenna is omnidirectional antenna system, which radiates power equal in all directions. Here from this isotropic antenna, we have to calculate EIRP, What even EIRP? Nothing but effective isotropic radiated power. Effective isotropic radiated power, EIRP, which is equal to PTZT. PTZT. Here, from this equation number 4 represents the maximum radiated power available from the transmitter in the direction of maximum antenna gain. Maximum antenna gain. This is about effective isotropic radiated power. Now, we have to calculate the path loss. Have to calculate path loss. Before we have to calculate path loss, in general, suppose I am taking giving input is 10 volts peak to peak. We are getting output is only 8 volts peak to peak. How to calculate loss? Input voltage minus output voltage. We are getting how much loss we are getting. Similarly, in path loss also, it depends upon the how much transmitted power and how much received power we have to calculate. Based upon this only we have to calculate the path loss. Suppose I am giving how to calculate path loss in general. The path loss which is equal to PT minus PR in general. Transmitted power minus received power. Suppose the path loss calculated in terms of dB, which is equal to 10 log PT by PR. In terms of dB, you know the relation between PR and PT based upon the free space equation, which is equal to minus 10 log GT GR lambda square by 4 pi square D square. That is a path loss calculation. Path loss calculations. Suppose we have to assume that the gain of the antennas are unity, nothing but which is equal to 1. Then equation 5 becomes the path loss in terms of dB, which is equal to 10 log PT by PR, which is equal to minus 10 log lambda square by 4 pi square D square. Here, these are the equations 5 and 6, which is used to calculate the path loss in free space. We know that free space equation, small d is nothing but the separation distance between the transmitter to receiver. Suppose the separation distance between transmitter receiver is high in terms of kilometers. In terms of kilometers, at that time, the separation distance between the transmitter receiver is far field or Fraunhofer region. Fraunhofer region. Otherwise, the distance is called as a Fraunhofer distance. Fraunhofer distance, that is dF. That is Fraunhofer distance, which is equal to 2d square by lambda. What I mean by capital D here is nothing but largest physical linear dimensions of the antenna. Largest physical linear dimensions of the antenna. Right. See this one. Additionally, in the Fraunhofer linear distance must satisfy dF is greater than capital D and dF is greater than lambda. Greater than lambda. Right. Now we are calculating free space equation whenever the D is greater than D naught. D is greater than D naught. Here what is meant by D and what is meant by D naught? Whenever what is meant by D, small d is nothing but the distance between the transmitter to receiver. Suppose we have to assume that which is equal to 1 kilometer. Next, the mobile unit moves towards to the base station. Now we are calculating that the distance between transmitter to receiver is only 500 meters. That is D naught is 500 meters, D is 1 kilometer. Then the received power PR of D, which is equal to PR of D naught by D naught whole square. This is the equation shows the received power in a free space at a distance is greater than D naught. Then received power D, which is equal to PR of D naught, that is received power at the less distance multiplied with D naught by D square whole square. Suppose we had to assume that. Suppose we had to assume that we have to calculate PR of in terms of dBm. Yes, see this one. This is the generalized equation of the received power distance. Suppose we have to convert this equation into dBs or dBm, decimals in terms of meters. Then, which can be PR of dBm, which is equal to 10 log PR of D by 0.001 watt plus 20 log D naught by D. This is the thing, but it is in terms of dBm. Here, from this equation number 9, the value of D naught, the value of D naught value for indoor environment is 1 meter. For outdoor environment is 100 meters to 1 kilometer is the D naught value. That is D naught value which is equal to 1 meter in indoor. For outdoor environment 100 meters to 1 kilometer and with a frequency spectrum range of 1 to 2 gigahertz. This is about introduction to radio wave propagation and free space propagation model. In this free space propagation model, we are using to calculate the received power in terms of transmitter power and transmitting gain and receiver gain and distance between to transmitter to receiver and losses. Based upon this, we are calculated received power and path loss calculation and received power with the less distances we are calculated today. Right. Do you have any query? Type your query in the chat box. Thank you very much for attending today's session.